Apparently, you opened this video because you want to bring your idea to life, but you have some funding issues. Great, this is fixable. In this video, I will tell you about my experience in raising funding for my project, and at the same time, I will tell you about the project itself. This will make it much easier for you to understand if your ideas fit this type of funding. So, funding can be obtained from Ethereum Swarm. This organization is engaged in the implementation of decentralized storage. Previously, this organization was part of Ethereum and was supposed to become the hard drive of the world computer. In some articles, this is what Ethereum is called. But now Swarm has split off from Ethereum and exists separately. I believe that this is an even better alignment of events, since now Swarm can become a more universal solution, not tied to a single blockchain. In the summer of 2021, the Swarm mainnet was launched. Files can be uploaded and stored in a decentralized manner. In order to develop the ecosystem at Swarm, there is a grant program that encourages third-party projects to build solutions on top of stored technologies. These can be existing solutions or completely new ones. The main task of such projects is to provide services to users based on a decentralized storage. The more potential users there are, the better. It's also quite important that the economics of data storage converge. I mean, if the main feature of the project is unlimited data storage in Swarm, then you will most likely have many users. Perhaps at first you will be able to pay in full for all uploaded data, but you need to understand how and why users will pay for this storage in the future. There may be a different situation. Not much data will be used in your project, but it's very critical that this data is under user control. Then you can think about storage economics a little less than in the previous example. This is because files up to 10 megabytes can be easily uploaded through the Swarm gateway. All data uploaded through the gateway is paid by Swarm. Of course, the gateway is not worth better known, but it works well as a proof of concept. One example of web application that can use a small amount of data but at the same time be useful is a password manager. You know, this is an application that has one master password, and with it you can view all passwords on different sites. The average user is unlikely to accumulate accounts for 1 megabyte of data. Such an application can be built on top of Swarm Gateway. But it's very important to use proper data encryption when transferring data from the application to the gateway. No one wants their password to be compromised by hackers. If you have an idea for a project and understanding of how you can be mutually useful for Swarm, then you can apply for grant support from the main page of the organization, ethswarm.org. The size of the grant can be as little as several $100 or $10,000, depending on the complexity of the project. It is best to start with a small amount and, as the project progresses, ask for larger amounts. After submitting the application, it will be considered for a couple of months. The deadline can greatly depend on the workload of the team. Consideration of an application is a lengthy process for the reason that each idea must be validated for viability and compared with the future plans of the organization. After reviewing the grant application, you will be contacted to talk, tell about the decision made and agree on some details. Also, in 2022, a new support format will appear, an accelerator. It will help you get your idea back on its feet. Of course, as in any accelerator, you do all the work yourself, but you are given the right direction for applying efforts. I have not participated in the Swarm accelerator, so it will be difficult for me to describe its advantages and disadvantages. But I can describe my experience in receiving grants. Before I became a grantee and then a part of the Ethereum Swarm team, I was involved in launching various projects, mobile games, utilities, web portals and so on. But I always wanted to bring to life some grandiose idea that changes the order of things. Well, you know, something revolutionary. One thing that annoyed me all the time about modern social networks is that you not own your content and user base. If you have collected 1 million followers on Twitter and then the Twitter administration decided that you should no longer have access to your account, then you will be denied access without the possibility of recovery. Ordinary courts will not help in any way. In most cases, you lose the results of your work forever. This is absolutely insane. It should be understood that a million subscribers are not just some number, they are real people that share your vision, and most often they are your financial asset, as they allow you to make money as long as you given them content they need. In fact, corporations can take away your source of income at the snap of their fingers. I have had similar incidents several times in different social networks. In all cases, I lost my followers base forever. Fortunately, now is the time when you can ditch most of the services of corporations and replace them with Web3 technologies. The project that I applied for a grant to Swarm is the Zoomerok mobile application. This is an analog of TikTok where you can upload short videos and share them with your followers in the simplest way. You truly own your content because it's stored in the Swarm and the access keys are stored locally on your mobile device. Also, you really own your base of followers because only you can manage your base using the same access keys. A distinctive feature of the social network is that if some development team decides to improve something in it, then they can use the entire user base and follower base in their new products without any problems. For the user, this means that efforts in one social network are reflected in another. It's as if you went from Twitter to Instagram and all your followers went with you. With this idea, I came to Swarm, applied for a grant, then they contacted me to clarify the details and signed a contract. The contract specifies how long you will release your project to the public. If you manage to release your product before the deadline specified in the contract, you will receive a reward in BZZ tokens. As simple and understandable as possible. Launching a product on decentralized technologies takes significantly longer than launching on Web2 technologies, but it is much more interesting and allows you to give your users more options and flexibility. If you have any ideas but don't know the developers or with the wares, then leave a comment on the video. This way you can put together a team and move the Web3 forward. I will add all links to sites and projects in the description below. See you in the next video. Bye!